Hey everyone, I hope you're all well and welcome back to another video. You join me on my journey to the fourth and final campsite in Scotland and it's a beauty. Stay tuned for a campsite tour, a walk into the village and the inevitable outtakes at the end. After leaving the Isle of Skye, I started on my 4-hour-ish journey to Cobleland campsite, which took much longer as I kept having to stop to take photographs of the epic scenery. The images from this journey are in last week's video, and if you haven't seen it already, I'll pop a link in the description below. I'll also create a playlist on YouTube so you don't have to go searching for the videos. I hope you enjoy this final installment, and just before I stop waffling, it would be amazing if you could give this video a thumbs up, and if you're not yet subscribed, I would love it if you could click the subscribe button, as it really helps the channel to keep creating content like this for free without having to take on sponsors. Stay awesome everyone, and above all, be kind. Nice. As soon as I was parked, I plugged in the electric hookup, which was about 8 metres away from my pitch. My lead was just about long enough, but the owner of the campsite offered me a longer lead, again, if needed, which was nice of him. Right, so that's it. I'm set up. All I have to do is plug the electric in and switch it on. Done. That's the beauty as well, I think, about coming on a long trip like this where I didn't want anything in the back rattling around, is that there's very little to set up. I have got my table and my chair and everything if I wanted to do it, my little fold-up fire pit, things like that that I can get out if I wanted to use them. Not the fire pit obviously here, but it's just nice to have minimal setup, because that's minimal things to go wrong, minimal things to rattle around in the back of the van, minimal things to pack away. And because I've been going from campsite to campsite to campsite, I think I would have got a little bit knocked off setting the awning up and all of the stuff that I normally put in the videos up and then packing it all down again. I think that would have really done my head in. The only time I'm missing all the stuff is now, is this moment, because I know I'm here for a couple of days and having the awning out and, you know, the outdoor kitchen and stuff would have really come in handy. But I would have had to have carted it round with me for a week, just so then I could have it today. So no, I'm all right. I'm all right with that. I think I need a beer. What time is it? Yeah, 3:20. It's not even beer time yet, is it? I'll tell you something now. This whiskey, this one, this Torbeg, I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, properly nice, properly nice. It's the cheapest one that they do, and it's still really, really nice. Cheers. It's bloody cold. And not just my beer. I thought I'd explain to you how I normally go about creating a trip like this. I knew I wanted to go to Skye, so I had the point between Leeds and Skye, and then I thought I want to stop 3 or 4 times. I want to go to Glencoe, I want to go to Loch Lomond, and I want to go to Glen Shiels. They are all on the way up to Skye. So what I did then is I thought, right, first stop, Loch Lomond. Let's look for camping spots and or wild camping spots around that area. If I have to deviate a little bit by a few miles, absolutely fine, but at least I'm in the zone, that area. So I did that and I found Firkin Point and I thought I'll stay there. And then I thought, right, I want to stay in Glencoe. Now, initially looked around, a lot of places were closed, and I knew that you could stay up at the ski resort. So I thought, right, I'll get planned in for that. And then it turns out, after speaking to Paula Beaumont, who you'll have seen on the channel before, she said, don't stay at the ski resort, even though you can. Stay at Red Squirrel, which I did, which you will have seen in previous videos. If you've not, go watch them. And then same thing at Glen Shiels, a little bit further up. In fact, I just zoomed in on the map on Google and just typed in campsites, and it brought up loads. All of them were shut apart from Glen Shiels, so thank you Glen Shiels for being open for me, and obviously chocolate, happy days. And then the same with Skye. All I did was just put Google Maps on Skye and go type in the word campsites, and it showed me several different campsites that I could stay at, and all of them were shut apart from the motorhome stopover that I did last night. Once I'd got those points sorted, I then went back and said to myself, right, what do I want to do in each area? So I made a big list of all the things, like you guys suggested loads of stuff as well, which I thought was ace. I made a big list of a load of things that I could do in that area, and I thought, well, if it's either on the way to the next stop or it's in the area of that stop, then I'll do it on the way or away from, if that makes sense. So, phone's going now. Of course it is. I'll be back. Let me just press stop on camera because I was doing a big piece to camera. It's like Aldi checkout, innit? You always ring me at Aldi checkout. So after a catch up with Michelle, after not seeing her for almost a week, I completely forgot to continue my explanation of the trip. But I think I covered most of the questions you guys have been asking. If I've missed anything, please ask in the comment section below and I'll try and answer as soon as I can. As it was freezing outside and campfires were not allowed, it was time to get cooking inside the van again with the finest ingredients from Aldi. No expense spared. I got chopping, added the chopped onions, chopped mushrooms, various spices, bit of Quorn chicken pieces, or as some of you have mentioned, Branston's dog food. Added the chopped tomatoes, coconut milk and let it simmer for about 20 minutes. Then it was time to get the SQ Professional out to cook the naan bread. Once it was cooked, I stuffed my belly and enjoyed every last bit. Right, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm on my way to a subscriber's van. Just sent me a message to say they were just in the site a little bit further up from me, so taking the whiskey, gonna have a wee dram together, and I can't see where I'm going. Inevitably, I didn't do much filming in their van as we got chatting about anything and everything, and the whiskey got flowing as well, and I completely forgot to do any filming apart from this bit of video, which I've had to do in slow motion just to fit this bit of overdub. I shall see you guys in the morning, and yeah, let's get warm. Let's get warm. Oh, good night, guys. See you later. Good morning, everybody. Had a mammoth sleep. It's about 10 o'clock. Got up at about 9 and I'm just like, yep, I'm ready to take on the coldness outside. It's proper frosty and chilly, and yeah, I can't wait to go for a walk. I'd planned a different walk. I'd planned like a 5-mile loop in the forest, and then after speaking with the subscribers last night, it was lovely to have met you, they told me that there's a village, Abba something, I don't know, Abba Waterloo. I just need to finish my coffee, don the coat and possibly the gloves, get my camera gear ready so if anything pops up while I'm out there I can photograph it, and yeah, just have a nice stroll. It's nice to wake up and not have to pack the van up and drive away. That having done that all week, it's actually nice to have a little bit of a base for a little while. Right then, I'm off, and I shall see you on the walk. See you, bye. I got wrapped up, donned the walking shoes, packed some snacks and water in my bag and headed off for a walk in the crisp morning sun. Although I did bring my camera with me, I didn't take any photographs. I'd spent the week faffing with cameras, drones and vlogging, so I decided that a less faffy walk, enjoying the fresh air, was top of the list. This walk is absolutely beautiful. I mean, it's stunning, absolutely stunning. It reminds me a lot of, you know, like the local forest to me and stuff. But there's just tall pine trees and other green stuff. Don't come here for technicals. But yeah, it's beautiful. You don't have to have a camper van to do this. You can jump in your car, ride your bike, have a tent, whatever it is. You know, get yourself out into the wilderness. It's really good for the soul. You know, I could have easily just stayed in the van all day, it would have been fine. But I wouldn't have felt half as good as I will do when I get back, having been out on a walk. Oh, stunning. Nice. With it being the weekend, there were quite a few people about also enjoying the same walk, and it was nice to speak with a few of them en route. I also bumped into Humpty Dumpty, and I'd yet to have fallen off his wall, so he was still in one piece. I headed towards the village with my fingers crossed, hoping that there would be a cafe for me to visit and a place that I could get a magnet for my fridge. So I'm wondering what I'm going to do when I get there, and I'm thinking to myself, you know what, coffee and cake. I think that's the way forward, isn't it? But the views, I don't know if you can see these because of the sun behind, but beautiful. What a lovely town or village to live at. Aberfoyle it's called, if I've pronounced it correctly, and it's about 200 yards in front of me, and that was a beautiful walk, and I'm looking forward to the walk back as well. Nice. Right then,
let's find a shop and a cafe. The village was small but lovely and worth the walk. It had a co-op, a few pubs and a lovely cafe that had a few locally made items that you could buy, as well as drinks and food. I then headed to the local tourist office where I made an important purchase. Fridge magnet, I knew I'd get one eventually. This is a nice little village, love it. The coffee and cake was lovely. And now I think I'm going to head back to the van and give you guys a campsite tour. So I'll see you guys when we get back. See you, bye. Well, that was a lovely walk. Now I'm back and get the kettle on. And next for you, it's the campsite tour. See you, bye. Just a short drive from Loch Lomond, situated in the Queen Elizabeth Forest Park, sits a gorgeous campsite called Cobleland Camping. I chose electric hookup and a hard standing pitch, and I was pleasantly surprised when I saw it was in the trees and just a stone's throw from the river. Reception is on the left as you enter the site, and it has a handful of essentials you might need to buy during your stay. The plots are a good size and flat. The electric hookup point was about 10 metres away from my pitch. However, the chap on reception did offer me a longer lead if mine didn't reach, which was a nice touch. Some electric points are closer to their plots than others though. There's a large camping field as you enter, I'm guessing mainly for tents, and the hard standing plots are further down the track up a slight incline to the forest. I've been told by a few subscribers that the tent field can get pretty busy during the high season, so bear that in mind if you're looking for a quiet retreat during the summer months. It's probably quieter at this time of year if that's your thing. The toilets were pretty close to my pitch, clean and well maintained, and the showers that are in individual rooms in a separate block next to the toilets were toasty warm and clean, and they are push button. There is an outdoor undercover pot wash area, a laundry room that has a freezer, iron and laundry facilities, water taps dotted around the site, and the Elson point is tucked away behind a tree near the toilet block. Most importantly, there's a play area for the little ones, and obviously I had to have a go to make sure it was safe. It's kind of a duty that I do. Sadly, but understandably due to the site being surrounded by trees and woodland, fire pits are not allowed. In the summer season at weekends they offer pizza and coffee provided by local caterers, so worth visiting at that time if you want to have your food made for you. It cost me £30 per night with electric hookup, and I don't think that's too bad considering the location and amenities. This site definitely gets a Chuck Norris thumbs up from me, only missing out on a double thumbs up if it allowed fire pits, but that's a personal preference. I'd happily stay for longer than 2 nights, as there are so many walks directly from the site into the national park, and more attractions are within driving distance too. I've also recently found out they are adding a new shower block and safari style tents, totally worth checking out for the 2024 season. I'll put a link in the description below to the campsite if you want to go visit. See you, bye. So there's your campsite tour. What a lovely, lovely campsite it is. Vast as well, properly massive. Obviously everything looks better in the sunshine, but one thing I found out as well last night is that river that's over there flooded completely all this area not so long ago, and absolutely decimated his electric hookups down the bottom end, so he's having to replace those. But, hopefully it'll dried out and be fine, you know, before the next season starts. Fingers crossed anyway for him. So everybody who owns a campsite is somebody just trying to feed their family. Get this van, huge. That's a proper van, that, isn't it? Massive. Could live in that bad boy. Oh, back to the van. This spot's lovely. Really, really lovely. Nice. Right then, shower had. Feeling all fresh and clean and lovely. Heater's on. It's lovely and toasty in here. We're at 21 degrees. Perfect. That's a great temperature. Just had the music on as well, just nice and low, just for a bit of ambience. And I don't know if you can see here, but I've got a pretend fire on the screen, because I can't have a fire pit, so I thought, well, at least I can pretend there's one. The campsite's filling up. There's, I would have said, another 10 campers, and there's another one just arriving now in a big motorhome. There's probably about 5 or 6 other V-dubs and similar size vans just arrived on site. But yeah, there's a big motorhome just arriving now. Lovely jubbly.
So I've got the kettle on, ready for my hot water bottle so I can get all tucked up and cosy in bed. Obviously I'm going to get undressed after I've done a piece of the camera. I keep looking outside to see if anything's happening with the northern lights, and there's not really anything happening. I take photographs with my phone, and then if there's any colour in the sky, then I'll get my camera out and stuff, but there's just not been anything at all, and there's nothing on the app to say that there's any action going on, so I don't think there's going to be any northern lights. It's -2 outside, which is pretty chilly. I've got it to a dizzy 16 degrees in the van, so I might be popping the heater on again. But once I'm in bed and once I've got my covers on, I'm all right, to be fair. It's pretty warm. So I'm finishing watching this last film, which is called The Plane, with Gerard Butler. It's all right at the moment, don't know. I'll reserve judgment, but it's a film, it's something to do, and I'll probably fall asleep before it finishes. And I think that's about it. So I shall see you guys in the morning. Okay, see you, good night. Well, good morning, everybody. It's -2. It's properly cold. Had the heater on last night quite a few times in the night because I woke up and the van said 5 degrees inside the van. Not the coldest it's been on this trip inside the van, but yeah, definitely cold this morning. So I think autumn's a little bit further on in Scotland than it is down in Leeds, because there's a lot of trees here that have completely lost their leaves, but in Leeds we've still got like trees that have got green on them, so I don't know, maybe it's a thing, I've no idea. I'm going to head back down to Leeds, 5 hours. And it's been awesome. It's been absolutely awesome as this trip. Definitely some amazing memories made. It's gone far too quick. But, you know, nice to go back home and see my family. Right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I shall see you on the next adventure. See you, bye.
Well, that's it. My final day in Scotland, and it hasn't failed to impress. I've loved every single minute of it up here in the proper north. I have some great memories of this trip captured in photo and video, and I hope you have enjoyed coming along on this journey with me. If this is the first video you've seen, I have 3 other videos for you to watch from my Scottish adventure. A park up at Loch Lomond where I take some of my favourite photos from the trip, a visit to Glencoe and the James Bond location, a campsite tour of Red Squirrel campsite, a campsite tour of Glenshiel chocolate shop and campsite, a walk up the Old Man of Store for some epic scenery, a campsite tour of the South Skye motorhome park, including a visit to the Torbeg distillery, taking photographs of the epic scenery along the way, and much, much more. And how many times did I say the word campsite? And if you've got this far in the video, it'd be lovely if you could subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up and all that jazz, and enjoy your weekend. And if you're watching this during the week, enjoy the rest of your week. Right, and if it's really late, go to bed. Make this your last video. Go on, off you go. Right, see you, bye.
Oh, 44, look at this spot. This is actually mint. It's not. I'm sure other lively things that will go bump in the night, and I bet you it's pitch black here. I don't actually know where I was. No. Right, Michelle, I don't actually know where I was in the whole explaining what I was doing. I don't actually know where I was in the whole explaining of how I normally set up this camp. I think I travel up via those things. I'm probably underexposed, look stupid, and people are looking at me from over there. Okay, so see you, bye. Never goes right, does it, first time? Sweetheart. Make it look like it's not hot. But it's freaking hot. It's like the hottest freaking thing on the earth. Also, I don't have any whiskey glasses. Whatever. Right, I don't know if you can see me, but I'm on my way. In fact, I can't see where I'm going because my torch has gone off. Right then, guys. Always wake up with a gruff voice. Don't even know what my hair looks like. Not even looked at myself in the mirror before videoing or anything. Lungs are quiffs on point. Can't do it about my face. Such a child.